Yeah, hi. Good evening. My name is Nadeep Daramola, and I'll be presenting a case study on managing a talented but difficult employee. So, this case study is a Sage business case study by David Conrad. Before we move on, I would quickly talk about the outlines of what I'll be talking about in this case study analysis. So I'll be looking at the analysis of the case study. I'll be looking at the background, Sally's management style. I'll talk about Sally more as we move on in this case study analysis. And then I'll also be talking about Jane's integration challenge. I'll be talking about Jane's Jane more as we move on in this case study analysis. I'll be talking about the impact on Jane's integration challenge on the business. I'll be talking about some of the solutions that Sally implemented, and then I'll be talking more about the recommendations that are included in this case study based on the external source that I also checked on the course of analyzing the case study. I'll be talking about the central problem in the case study, the course of action from the recommended solution, and I'll be talking about dashboard on the workability of the plan from the recommended solution I talked about in the earlier point. So quickly looking at the analysis of the case study. A quick background on what Make Their Day is. So Make Their Day is a medium-sized handwritten greeting card company. Now, recently, the shift in consumer preference to digital alternative has posed a significant challenge to Make Their Day. Now, to remain competitive, management of Make Their Day must build an agile team. Now, Sally, a mid-level manager at Make Their Day, faced challenge in managing Jane, who is an uncollaborative but very talented employee that was just hired. Now, Sally must implement mentors proposed solution to integrate Jane into the team and ensure collaboration and inclusion with her team. Now, Sally must leverage Jane's creativity and productivity to enhance team performance and foster a collaborative work environment at Make Their Day. Now, a quick look at what the management style of Sally is like. Sally's management style is characterized by assigning tasks to our team members based on their strength and allowing them to take ownership and work independently. She is said to provide our employee with autonomy, support, and resources to complete their task. However, it is also said that her tendency to avoid confrontations most times hinders our ability to address issues promptly. Also, Sally also is said to encourage teamwork and invest in our team's growth. Now, Jane's integration challenge. Now, Jane, as I said, is very talented but uncollaborative, right? Now, Sally find it very difficult to integrate Jane into her team. This posed a lot of problem for Sally and the organization. Sally is said to have a very fast rate of completion of tasks versus her employee, and she does not really care so much about how they both complete their own. Now, this is creating friction in Sally's team, and Sally feel that this business-like approach of Jane to work is creating friction in our team, and some of the team members are believing that because of this, Jane is arrogant. Now, Sally is concerned that this is reducing her team's collaboration, morale, and motivation. She felt that if this is not addressed on time, it could lead to some of our team members' frustration and a potential loss of those team members and even Jane as well. Now, what is the impact of all of this on the business? Now, the impact of this, Sally is worried that would result in diminishing morale, and then would lead to communication breakdown in our team, and then would lead to ineffective use of resources in our team, and this would definitely have a ripple effect on the performance of the organization. Now, Jane, trying to resolve this issue, sought for advice from some of our mentors, and they did advise her on some of the solutions that she can implement to resolve this issue and integrate Jane faster into our team. Now, the first solution that I'll be talking about as part of what she was advised was to conduct a relaxed and conversational performance review for Jane and her team members. It is said that this would encourage open communication, address the team's culture concern, and foster collaboration in the team. Secondly, an informal mentor of Sally also advised her to let Jane and her team understand the need to improve on their performances and collaboration. She told Sally that she needs to make Jane and the team members understand that they are responsible for their self-development, and James would only be able to provide assistance if they requested for it. Thirdly, Sally was also advised to clearly define Jane's roles and responsibility as well as that of her teammate. She was advised that she must communicate the expected outcome to them and emphasize the importance of inclusive planning while highlighting the value of each team member's contribution. Fourthly, Sally was also advised to build a meaningful relationship in our teams and understand and appreciate the diversity and inclusion in our team, and leverage on this diversity and inclusion to get the best out of our team. Now, the recommended solution that I included in this case study, I took them from an article from the Harvard Business School by Rebecca Knight, and titled Managing Difficult Employees as well. So one of those recommended solutions that I brought in is that Sally needs to give tough feedback. She needs to give tough feedback. Sally needs to first, of course, commend the positive impact that Jane is having, or positive part of Jane's person, in terms of the fact that she is very talented and she does her job very fast. But then she also needs to let her know that the fact that she's not collaborating enough with the team is having a negative effect on the team. So Rebecca recommends that Jane needs to be addressed and told that she would be held accountable for not being collaborative enough with the team, and then she is going to be responsible for the negative effect that this have on the team. So the second recommended solution is that Sally needs to talk about development to Jane, right? She needs to let Jane understand that a very strong peer relationship is critical in both short and long-term professional progression. Jane must be made to understand that she aspires to get promotion at Make That Day. She needs to change and be more collaborative with her team member. Thirdly, Jane needs to be trained on empathy, right? She needs to understand that she needs to be empathetical to her team members and be ready to understand issues from their own point of view and support them with it. So the fourth is that Sally needs to also be compassionate and understand the frustration that Jane could also be having to the fact that she's working at a very fast pace compared to the other employee, and then she needs to coach her and help her understand how to get better at handling this issue. So I looked briefly at the central problem from the case, and then used this table to show that some of the central problem in the case uh, are resulting from the other problem. For example, the low level of collaboration skills and team performance within stylist team is causing challenges with integrating Jane into the team, and then this is also leading to a situation where there's inability of Sally to get the best out of Jane's enormous talent. I looked at the core need from each of the central problem, and then the decision that Sally needs to make to address the issue. I also did a table to implement actions for those solutions that I talked about in the last slide. So my table contained things like the objective of the implemented solution. I looked at the problem statement of the implemented solution, and then the desired outcome as well from this action plan that we are implementing for the solutions. So there are actions that were also generated from this particular implemented action plan as well. And then I would so it's there in the case study. So I also put in the case study a dashboard to track the workability of the actions that I talked about in the last slide. For example, here, looking at the objective that we want, and improve skills and collaboration development inside this team, and then the desired outcome from that is that team members can collaborate, share knowledge and ideas, and help each other develop. So, of course, the success measures that we expect that this desired outcome give is that, for example, that the percentage of overall teamwork completions, the organization feedback ratings, feedback for Sally as well. Now, the historic data shows that they were at 51%, and after the implementation of actions from this objective, so the overall team's completion moved to 85%. That's a 34% improvement based on the based on the action plans that were implemented for this objective. So this is an example of a dashboard that could be used to measure if the actions that were generated from the objectives are really working. Thank you.